Long ago, in the village of Duru, nestled between gentle hills and thick forests, lived a quiet, graceful young woman named Obiora. She was known for her beauty, kindness, and the soft serenity she carried like a hidden breeze. But Obiora harbored a secret, one buried deep within the shadows of the forest, and deeper still, within her blood. You see, Obiora was no ordinary maiden. She came from a mystical family hidden in the heart of the forest, where creatures lived in forms that shifted like wind and mist. Obiora was the only one among them who could take human form completely. She yearned for a life beyond the woods, to love, to be loved, and to live as the humans did. One day, she slipped out of the forest and into Duru, leaving behind the family whose love was as boundless as the forest itself, yet who couldn't understand her longing. Obiora had severed ties with her family, not knowing that the choice would bring sorrow upon her. When her family heard she had forsaken her roots, they were deeply angered. Her father, the great serpent whose wisdom was as old as the trees, and her mother, the moon weaver, whose magic wove through the forest like moonlight, they decided to place a curse on her, a curse that would forever bind her to the forest. They stood before her, their forms shifting like the forest mist, and declared, "For leaving us and forsaking your kind, you shall never know lasting joy with a human man." Obiora, though saddened by their words, was resolute. She believed that love, true love, could conquer any curse. And so she lived in Duru, selling goods at the market, sharing warm smiles with neighbors, and keeping herself to herself, bearing the weight of her secret alone. But soon, something miraculous happened. One afternoon, by the village stream, fate stepped quietly into her life. There, she met a man named Chitubum. He was gentle, with kind eyes and a warmth that made her feel seen, not just admired. They spoke, first of little things, then of deeper matters. Obiora, cautious yet hopeful, found herself drawn to him. And over time, their bond grew. He didn't press her for answers about her past. He simply listened and stayed. Then one evening, under a sky dusted with stars, Chitubum confessed, "I care for you, Obiora. I want to be with you." Obiora hesitated, her heart once broken by fear and sorrow, fluttered with cautious hope. "I like you too," she whispered. "But I've suffered much. Are you sure?" Chitubum, with a smile, replied, "Yes, I want us to build a life together." And so, they became a couple, their love growing like a seedling in spring. In time, Chitubum proposed, and Obiora accepted with a heart full of hope. The village rejoiced, for theirs was a love story that warmed even the coldest heart. But not all stories end with joy. Some must travel through darkness before finding light. On the night of their wedding, beneath banners of gold and laughter, Obiora and Chitubum pledged their vows. The villagers danced, music filled the air. It was the happiest day Duru had seen in years. But when night fell and the couple retired to their home, something changed. Obiora's body began to tremble. Her skin turned cold. Then, before Chitubum's horrified eyes, her legs fused, her flesh turned to scales, and she transformed into a massive python. Chitubum screamed and fled, shouting for help. The villagers came running, and from the shadows of their home, the giant python emerged. Gasps filled the air. Fear took root. Some whispered, "It's the old curse. Could it be true?" The village square, once filled with song, now echoed with silence. The elders summoned the oracle, a wise figure who had guided the village for generations. Under the moonlight, the oracle faced the python and said, "Obiora, come forward." The snake slithered into the circle, and to everyone's astonishment, it spoke with the same calm, sorrowful voice they had always known. "I am Obiora," she said. "I come from a family in the forest. I was cursed when I chose to live among humans. I only ever wanted love, but my family feared I would be hurt. Now I carry their curse." The villagers listened, their fear softening into sorrow. Then the oracle turned to Chitubum. "Do you have anything to confess?" Chitubum, pale and ashamed, lowered his head. "Yes, I was drawn to her beauty and grace, but I also thought I could gain wealth and power from marrying her. I planned to leave once I got what I wanted. But I never expected to feel this way. I'm sorry. The villagers gasped. The man they once admired had betrayed her trust. The oracle nodded solemnly and declared, "Then here is your judgment. You shall not leave her. The one you sought to use shall now be your wife, not by deceit, but by fate. You must live with her in the forest, as a reminder of the price of dishonesty." The villagers murmured. Some pitied Obiora. Others condemned Chittibum, but all respected the oracle's decision. Together, Obiora and Chittibum left the village, not as husband and wife bound by love alone, but by the weight of truth and consequence. They journeyed deep into the forest, where the world grew quiet and the air shimmered with magic. There, Obiora's family emerged, creatures of mist, earth, and spirit. Chittibum bowed before them. "I'm sorry," he said. "I accept your ways. I will honor your daughter." Obiora's mother, stern and graceful, spoke. "We see your regret. You may stay, but only if you respect our laws and love her for all she is." So began their life in the hidden forest. Chittibum, once a man of simple ambitions, now lived among beings of ancient power. He learned their ways. He helped in their rituals. He cared for Obiora not as a tool for gain, but as a partner in truth. Obiora, free to change forms without shame, found joy again. Sometimes she was a woman, sometimes a python, sometimes something else entirely. And Chittibum, changed by love and penance, accepted her in all forms. Together, they built a quiet life, one filled with strange magic, hard lessons, and unexpected joy. Their tale became legend in Duru, passed down as a warning and a wonder. It is said that true love demands truth, and that every heart, human or not, deserves respect. And in the forest, when the moon is full, some say you can still hear laughter, soft and warm, carried on the wind. I hope you enjoyed the story. If so, please like the video. Comment what you learned from the tale. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more enchanting tales just like this one. Thank you.